A conversion factor is a way to change the units on a measurement based on an equivalency. For example, you know that 12 inches equals 1 foot. Those two distances are the same, they are equivalent. So you could represent the relationship as a fraction or ratio, 12 inches over 1 foot, or 1 foot over 12 inches. Either way, since the top equals bottom, it's like the fraction is equal to 1. Let's say, for example, that you want to convert a distance of 15 inches into feet. We know that any number multiplied by 1 is itself. What if the number is multiplied by something equal to 1? For example, the conversion factor of 1 foot over 12 inches. Doing this allows for the conversion of units on the measurement because the initial units will cancel out, leaving the measurement with the desired units. In this case, the units of inches cancel, leaving the desired unit of feet. Often, the hardest part is to identify what conversion factor or factors are needed. This can be done by analyzing the question. Take this problem for example. Notice the units. You are given a number with initial units, a distance in kilometers. You are asked to solve for a distance with different units, miles. So you'll need a conversion factor that relates kilometers to miles. Sometimes the conversion factor will be given, or perhaps you will be expected to look it up, or you may be required to memorize it. Now you must decide how to use the conversion factor. What should go on top and bottom? Remember that you should put the initial units on bottom and the desired units on top. So choose this form. Now when you multiply by the conversion factor, the units of kilometers will cancel and you will get an answer in miles. Sometimes you will need to use more than one conversion factor to reach the desired answer. For example, say you were asked to convert 15 inches into miles. You may not know or be able to find a single conversion factor to convert inches to miles. But you know how to convert inches to feet. And you can find the equivalency between feet and miles, which can be included in the calculation because, as before, it is the same as multiplying by 1. Remember to put the desired units on top. Sometimes you will need to convert units with exponents, and there are important things to remember when doing so. Let's say, for example, that you need to convert an area of 4 meters squared into units of centimeters squared. It's helpful to remember that the exponent 2 means that the unit is multiplied by itself, meters times meters. Writing it this way perhaps makes it clear what comes next. You need to convert each unit of meters into units of centimeters. Multiplying by 100 centimeters over 1 meter once will only cancel one of the initial units. Repeating this step completes the conversion. There is a way to convert this quantity in a single step if you remember one important detail. Write the conversion factor between centimeters and meters in parentheses with an exponent of 2. Remember to apply the exponent to both parts of the conversion factor, the number and the units. This will change the numbers in the conversion factor and allow you to cancel out the initial units in a single step. Up to this point, we have limited our discussion to converting between units of the same type, like units of distance. But conversion factors are also commonly used to convert between different properties based on an equivalency. For example, I'm sure you're familiar with the conversion factor known as miles per gallon. This allows you to convert between distance driven and volume of gasoline consumed. Or an hourly wage, which can tell you how much money you will earn for working a certain amount of time, or how much time you will need to work in order to earn a certain amount of money. Density is often used in chemistry as a way to convert between the properties of mass and volume. Density is the mass of a substance divided by its volume. Density can be used as a conversion factor because it is an equivalency. 1 gram of water will occupy 1 cubic centimeter. 1 cubic centimeter of sulfur has a mass of 2.07 grams. So, when written as a ratio, as you can see here for gold, the density can be used in calculations as a conversion factor. Let's do an example calculation using density as a conversion factor. In this question, the mass of osmium is given, and you are asked to solve for the volume. So, if you use the density as a conversion factor with the desired units, cubic centimeters, on top, then the units of grams cancel, and you end up with a volume in the desired units. Now try a few practice problems. Pause the video for more time.